can look dominant with the ball in his hands at times.
A nice shot by Irving. And here are the Warriors now. Curry dishes to Green. And a strong finish with two hands.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Here's James. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. Here's Iguodala. And he dunks it down.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Well, we've come to expect plays like that from him. And still, they never get old to watch.
Here's Shumpert. Easy jumper from very short distance. Shumpert's got his first 2 points.
Excellent execution of the plan there. Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
That's good.
Man, a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning. Some of that is the new CBA. But regardless, I mean, they doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000. And they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime, should we be more in awe, Clark, of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be on some people's top 5 list. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were others. Oscar, Wilt, Elgin, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite like him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Real quick. Shumpert, no good. Thompson with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Curry passes to Barnes. He kicks to Green. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. No luck.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
They need this one. Curry. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, I'm thinking about if we should actually be more in awe of LeBron. I mean, it's just hard to imagine what he does almost on a nightly basis. Just some incredible things out on that court.
And Cleveland making a change here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Shumpert. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And fans and media have grown somewhat inured to LeBron's amazing play. Look that one up, folks. But I think deep down we all realize that we are watching something truly special when he plays and how he comports himself between the lines and outside of it. It's just a matter of really being able to recognize how he fits into the NBA's history books.
Wasted no time on that one. 6 points for Kyrie Irving. Here's Curry. He's coming off a 25-point game again.
And don't forget, guys, his playmaking was sensational. I mean, he saw the floor, making the game so easy for his teammates.
Thompson for three. For Cleveland, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He'll be on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
The drive by Iguodala. Back to Curry. Got it off in time. No good on that last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play. Well, up to this point, a closely contested second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
And the key is you look at the steal totals for this team. They have really put good pressure on the offense.
Well, you know what? Pressure can lead to pilfers, and pilfers can lead to points. So we got the 3 Ps: pressure, pilfers, points. Get it done.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Cleveland, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Irving is out there with Smith. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
It's early, but you can already make a case.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
Here's Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Well, when the double team's in place, it really spreads the floor offensively.
And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. LeBron James second. The 4th spot held by Harrison Barnes.
Well, that is such an efficient group offensively. That's really the best way to describe them. Nothing forced, just solid, smart shots.
And at small forward, that's the only way to post that kind of percentage. I mean, just letting them fly from the perimeter isn't going to get it done. You've got to get it inside some, too.
Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for Cleveland. And Curry, here we go. That's good. Curry's got 6 points.
No, the only throw.
The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs? And now a look at the rankings for LeBron. 3rd in scoring, 7th in assists, and defensively he's been really good. He ranks in the top 20 in the league in steals.
And Steve, you mentioned his unbelievable points per game ranking. I mean, this guy is a guy I would call buckets.
Barnes kicks to Green, and he uses the glass on the layup. Green's got his 2nd bucket.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And here's the fast break. LeBron leads.
Wow. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Out of bounds.
more often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. Take a look at the Hawks. And, of course, there's the Warriors. They're tied right now. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league. Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Moskov. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Dellavedova kicks to Love. Smith on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Near the three-point line, it's Love. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. You talked about trust in Steph Curry. It seemed he was able to trust his ankles a bit more last year.
Yeah, that had been a big concern. Repeated ankle sprains. Part of the reason the Warriors were able to sign him to such a bargain extension. But when healthy, clearly an all-star and all-league player.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
He's far too tentative in the paint. And even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Cleveland leading by 12. The drive by Shumpert. And he throws it down hard with one hand. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. Thompson with the rebound.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault. And that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Great teamwork out there, really helping each other out.
They're playing as one. I mean, they're like a symphony. Everybody in harmony and in beat and in rhythm. 5 straight baskets now have resulted because of assists.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Outside Curry. It'll count. And released it in time, but it's off the mark.
Yo, remember back on the bully when cats used to harmonize like, yo, my men